Hey everybody! Today we're going to learn a little bit about mutations. So what are mutations? Let's cover some basics. A mutation is a permanent alteration in the DNA sequence that makes up a gene, and it's one of the driving forces behind evolutionary change. Mutations can be passed on through sperm and egg cells, and they can also act as a response to an outside factor. Mutations can be broken up into two major classifications: hereditary mutations and acquired mutations. Hereditary mutations are inherited from a parent as they are present in the parent's sperm or egg cell and pass on to their offspring. Hereditary mutations are present throughout almost every cell in a person's body. Acquired mutations, however, are only found in certain cells of the body and cannot be passed down through generations. These mutations are caused by environmental factors, such as overexposure to UV radiation from the sun. Acquired mutations can also occur if there is an error as the DNA copies itself during cell division. So what do these mutations look like? Thanks to the X-Men, our modern society may have a skewed sense of how mutations manifest themselves in everyday life. While it would be great to have the ability to grow extra arms and be the master of multitasking, mutations haven't quite gone that far. Yet. Some may view mutations as a rare occurrence, but it is actually estimated that every single one of us has between 5 and 10 potentially life-threatening mutations in our genes. Scary, right? But don't worry. Since we usually only carry one copy of the mutated gene, these mutations generally don't manifest. Now let's look at some hereditary mutations. While most mutations are harmless, such as having blue eyes, some can be more challenging to live with. Cystic fibrosis and sickle cell anemia are among the list of genetic mutations that can manifest in a population. A person must inherit 2 copies of the mutated gene in order to present with these kinds of disorders. This is why inbreeding is so heavily discouraged, as it increases the chances for hereditary mutations to manifest. As for acquired mutations, we put ourselves at risk nearly all summer long. Cancer is one of the most commonly known acquired mutations. While cancer can manifest as a result of UV or radiation exposure, it is usually caused by a series of mutations that have to do with the p35 gene. The p35 gene makes a protein which prevents mutated cells from dividing. If this protein is faulty or missing, the cells divide without regulation and form tumors. I know this all sounds a bit daunting, so why don't we talk about how mutations benefit us? Mutations provide the genetic diversity that is necessary for an organism to thrive. Without mutations, our populations would be unhealthy and would eventually die off. So remember, even though you probably aren't going to be able to shapeshift or expel razor-sharp bones from your knuckles to defeat the enemy, mutations are still all around us and keep life thriving every day.
Created using Powtoon.